Would I lie to you? There's a guy here who will tell you how to cheat on your wife. Why would you applaud this? What? Get up here. You can't possibly be a...
I'm going to learn something today. I learn something every time I see Phil Donahue.
And now you're going to know if your husband is going to cheat, you're going to know, baby, right now.
Yeah, but when he's cheating, he don't know what I'm doing.
Look who's here. Listen to this. Joe McCullough. Do they have to be Irish, these people? Author of How to Cheat on Your Wife and Not Get Caught. He's an Atlantic City detective. And guess who he caught cheating?
His wife.
You said his wife, just like that. How do you know this? You think Donald Trump? His wife. Wait a minute. First of all, you think men cheat because why?
Because the wife becomes a surrogate mother that, according to Playboy, they have sex with once a week. Men get married, the wife tells them, here's your suits, here's your meatloaf, go to work, cut the grass, and if you're good, you can go golfing or fishing on Saturday.
Now, wait a minute. The gentleman has to have time to make his point.
Seriously. I mean...
Now, listen to this. And then when he leaves her, you know, for the younger woman, now... and marries the younger woman, she becomes his wife, and he cheats on her. Same thing all over again. So you can't... He's going to cheat on you as long as you do his shoes, his socks, his ties, pick up his underwear. No. I just... Go ahead, Joe, I interrupted you.
I mean, seriously, it started with Cinderella and Barbie and Ken. Little girls grow up, they dress the dolls, they have tea parties with the dolls, and they send the daddy doll off to work. And when they get mad at the daddy doll, they break his head off and go home.
Joe's a cop, you know, that's the way they talk. Show them how to get... First of all, the book is titled How to Cheat on Your Wife and Not Get Caught. What are your pots and pans here?
Pots and pans, okay. Now, when men get cheated, everybody seems to think men get caught in bed with the mistress, bimbo, bimbed, or whatever. Doesn't happen, okay? A man gets caught by the car phone bill, which is called a paper trail. And also, in conjunction with the car phone, we have a car phone scanner, which is programmed to do nothing but monitor car phones about 130-mile radius. Can you imagine the cheater, the scoundrel that he is, talking to his love goddess on the phone, and there you are at home watching Phil Donahue eavesdropping, okay? We have a car phone bill, okay? People do read them. They open them. Mama gets the mail.
You mean I can buy this and listen in to people on the car phone?
Most certainly can, okay? Now, men, when they cheat, get real stupid. They take a dumb pill a day, okay? They talk on the phone at home, okay? They talk on the phone at home, and there's another phone bill, which is a paper trail. And when Mama gets the bills and she goes through them, and it's not the 1-900 numbers, she got you. If a wife really gets suspicious, she'll go to her local electronics store and buy a little black box for $24 or in that neighborhood, which records every phone conversation when the phone is picked up. Also, men, when they fall in love with the mistress, the forbidden fruit, so to speak, because we can't forget that back in Adam and Eve's day, women have been screwing us up for years because they stole Adam's rib. We ain't been right since. Also, the answer machine. You get the man leaving messages with his mistress's, "Hi, dear, I love you." She saves the tapes, sends them to your wife, and your goose is cooked. Also, we have a 48 push-up bar, triple D. It's a little embarrassing to go to the store, have your wife take your son or daughter to the store for a hamburger, and the kid says, "Mommy, what's this?" when your wife is flat-chested. Then you got to tell her, "Yo, doll, I've been cross-dressing for years. Can I borrow your pantyhose next week?"
You got a question? What is it? Credit card bills. When you charge up that suite and that bill comes by.
I recommend that you pay cash with everything you do because there's a paper trail. I mean, a smart wife will run the credit check twice a year for $15, okay? And if you get a strange American Express bill or other national credit card bill and you call the company, they will send you copies of the bill, and now you're caught. There's no way you can lie out of it, unless you tell me you work for the CIA.
Joe. So you divorced your wife after you caught her, huh?
Yeah.
And you're single now?
Yeah.
You're glad he's single? Would he cheat on his wife? Huh? Yes, why? Because he's a man, you're saying this.
Okay. This is my question. It's directed towards you. Now, you say that, okay, husbands cheat on their wives because women become, as you say, very,
Surrogate mother.
Insignificant. Okay, like mother-wise. Then why did your wife cheat on you? Huh?
It was just it was a cop thing.
Well, what was it? I want some, give me some,
it was a cop thing. I was on the street a lot.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was why. You didn't become the big,
cheated.
beer-bellied cop that we see walking around all the time, huh?
Do beer-belly cops wear
Well,
fine
you could have
Italian
lost
suits?
weight. I mean, people do change.
I never cheated, doll, because I never shared my toys on the sandbox as a child.
Okay, let me just ask you one more question.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, now you're saying that you wrote this book, and this is in reference to the fact that
I'll be going to the men's room. I'll be back.
This is in reference on how to cheat on your wife and not get caught, right? Okay, so now you are writing a book pertaining to this. Now, so you wrote the book, so you're saying that people do as they do, and in your case, you don't do, so you write. Is that correct?
Just like a male gynecologist can go inside your body and fix your plumbing that he doesn't have, just like a woman doctor can look at Mr. Sexting and say, Mr. Sexting has a drip today, she can fix it, but she don't have one.
Oh,
so you don't have to be
really?
an expert in the area to write a book about it.
Uh-huh. But let me just say one little comment here.
Wait a minute.
All right.
I wrote the book.
Just let me say one thing.
I
No,
wrote this-
You had
okay.
your talk. It's my turn. All right. Let me just say one thing, all right? In order to get where you are right now, I'd have to go down to the sewer, and I'd still have to go down another 30 flights.
Well, I'll tell you what.
I'm mad because I'm married to a police officer, and this thing happened to me, and I don't like it.
What?
And this type of book that you've written is a degradation to all women. You say that you have dedicated this book to the women, and you have not. What you have done is you're making money off this, and that's all you are interested in. Thank you.
You're married to a police officer.
Yes, I am.
And you think he kind of, what, degrades the police officer? Is it?
Yes, because you're lumping everybody into one sum. You're a cop. You're supposed to stand for pride, integrity, and guts. What kind of guts do you have? You tell me.
Can I answer a question here?
Sure.
Raise my hand, maybe? First of all, doll, I'm a cop. Mr. Donahue, it must be the suit. Anyway,
No,
first
it's
of
not
all,
the suit. It's the man, and the man in the suit is nothing but a...
You're why men cheat. Can I talk, please?
Oh, sure.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I am not a priest. I'm a cop. I'm not a moral squad. I am not representing my police department. All I'll say is I wrote the book for women only half as pretty as you, because if they know how their scoundrel husbands are going to cheat, the men can't get away with it. So I wrote the book for you. It's a public service announcement. And if I wanted to make money, I'd open up a pizzeria on the Atlantic City Boardwalk.
I see. Okay, thank you.
I guess we don't get drinks after the show?
Now, if you had the book, which I assume you're not going to buy.
Oh, yes, I did. I had to read up on it.
You did have
Oh,
the book?
yes, I
You've
do
seen
have
this
the book.
Oh. Well, then you probably took the cheater's quiz.
Actually, no, I did not.
Well,
I
let's
feel
start.
it's warranted.
Here's the first question. Well, show him number 2. Cheater's quiz. Number 2, Brian. You're in your favorite bar after work, and a pretty blonde walks in and sits next to you. After a few minutes, she buys you a drink and starts a conversation. Then she asks you if you're married. Your answer should be A, yes, and you cheat as a hobby. You find it more engaging. You find it more challenging than chasing a small ball up and down a field of grass. B, no, you've never been married. C, yes, but your wife's in a mental hospital and has terminal cancer. D, yes, but you've been separated for some time since you caught your wife cheating on you and now you live with your mother. What's the right answer?
Yeah, the truth, right.
D? D, yes, you've been separated for some time since you caught your wife cheating on you. That is the right answer. You got it,
I know.
Mrs. Cop. You got it. You want back in this thing? Yeah, yeah.
The real answer is yes, but my wife doesn't understand me.
Yeah. But
I've had that 55 million times.
I know. Have you? Well, you must. Well, why don't we get you up here, Mom? And How to cheat on your wife and not get caught. We do have a guest coming out here shortly who will tell you that she doesn't think this is funny. Yes. Yes. What?
I want to know how he caught his wife, and did he ever cheat on his wife?
I had received some information. I received some information. I went down to my local cheap wig store, bought a wig, and put some makeup on. And went down and came into the bar, and I saw him swapping spit, so to speak. And I went home, packed her up, and she was out.
And have you ever cheated on your wife?
No, because besides not sharing my toys well, I'm very lazy, and I don't wish to be inconvenienced. And you got to sneak around and hide a car, and you only have 1 hour here, 2 hours there is a real drag. And plus, I don't want some husband with a baseball bat looking for me.
Oh, yeah?
He said he wrote this book to... Hold the mic for me.
Okay, sorry.
To broaden your interpersonal awareness. Whose interpersonal awareness? All of us or the guys?
This is 1990. Mr. Donahue. Last year, 1991.
Let me explain this.
Kinsey came out and said 70% of the married men cheat on a regular basis, okay? That's a lot of men out there cheating. So, I mean, last year in America, 7 out of 10 marriages ended up in divorce. So, I mean, there's something wrong here. I mean, there's books out there on how to bake your husband his favorite cake every day and keep him home. Hey, sisters, he's going to stay home for the treat, but he's going out for the trick. So, I mean, let's just, this is 1991. Let's all get naked and raise our consciousness and be real here.
So, yeah.
Don't you think that it's possible that those marriages are ending in divorce because precisely what you did? You packed her up and you moved her out?
You're absolutely right. And you know what? Nobody ever cheated.
Maybe you weren't providing her something that she needed, and so she had to go out and find it somewhere else.
Julia, you want to do it here? Can we do it now? You want to do this now? All right, what is this now? Explain this to me here. Go ahead, Joe.
Nobody ever cheated before I wrote the book. It's only been going on since day one. In soap operas, everybody's humping and hopping in bed together. Everybody wants to know who Rock Hudson slept with. Well, who cares, okay? I mean, sex, drugs, and rock and roll in America. I'm saying, ladies, this is how the bum is going to do it. Let's face it. Let's get our head out of the sand like the ostrich. Because what happened to that ostrich? He became a beautiful pair of cowboy boots.
Yeah. Karen Cioli agrees to be a performer for us here. Karen, thanks.
That's right. You're
now,
welcome.
in this sketch, you are his wife. Is that right?
Yes,
Beautiful woman, yes.
Yes. Well, Karen, you got to be an actress now.
I am.
All right, Mr. and Mrs. Middle America here. Where are you, incidentally, at this moment in this sketch? Where are you? Are you at home?
In front of the TV set watching you.
Thank you. All right, you're home watching.
Right.
You're home watching, and the phone rings.
I'll get it, hon.
All right, you got the phone.
Hello?
When are you going to leave her? You've been telling me for 3 months you're going to leave her. I need
Listen,
you over
Bob.
here tonight, baby.
Who is it?
It's Bob from work, honey. Listen, Bob, the plans for tomorrow's budget meeting is locked in my desk in the office, and we'll get to it first thing in the morning after our coffee. You remember, Bob, he played Santa Claus at last year's Christmas party. He kept grabbing your leg.
Oh,
yeah,
right,
the guy in the beard and the red hat.
All right.
You told me you were going to leave her. I haven't seen you since Monday, and I need you here tonight, baby.
Now listen, Bob, don't get suicidal. Your job's not on the line. Hon, Bob's in trouble. He's got his head in the oven and the gas jet's turned off.
Oh, that's horrible. I'm sorry to hear that.
I'll tell you what, I can't deal rational with an irrational person, Bob.
If you're not over here soon.
I'm on my way, hon. I better go rescue Bob before he kills himself and blows up the block.
All right, go ahead, honey.
Bob, I'm coming right over to save you.
Okay, don't be late. All right.
Is that really? All right, a must-read manual for men and women. The publisher, not surprisingly, tells us on the cover how to cheat on your wife and not get caught. I don't want to do these shows. They make me do these shows. We'll be back in just a moment.
Someone should talk to you about how much time you spend on the phone, and who you talk to, and when and where. A Sprint representative can easily help you select a savings plan for your personal calling needs, and Sprint has better overall savings than AT&T. So there's a plan that's perfect for you, unless, of course, you're a teenager. No one's invented the perfect plan for that.
Just like I know you do, then my soft breadsticks will be a dream come true. So crispy outside, so soft right through. You'll love my breadsticks as much as I love you.
What do price guarantees really guarantee? Silo offers a price guarantee. So why was their price on this Toshiba TV over $50 higher than Fredder? Highland also guarantees low prices, yet this GE range was over $80 higher than Fredder. Obviously, price guarantees don't really guarantee the best price, unless you catch them. That's why it's always better to shop at Fredder.
This weight loss program offers a solution you can live with, total flexibility and savings.
I love it, and I feel great. I lost 56 pounds eating 3 good meals a day. I could eat at restaurants, even fast food outlets. I like the flexibility. I even saved money. I lost weight, but my grocery bill stayed the same.
Lose all the weight you can with a low service fee, only $12 a week at Natural Weight Loss Centers. Call 1-800-359-SLIM.
That day, Emily and I went out for our morning ride, jaunting towards Mr. Thomas's bake shop for one of his hot English muffins with nooks and crannies. But to our dismay, it was closed. Our friend had gone off to America. In the weeks that followed, we would smile again, but that day, we carried our horses home.
Thomas's English muffins. For over 100 years, England's breakfast tradition in America's hands.
Icecapades 51st edition, On Top of the World. Starring Olympic silver medalist Elizabeth Manley. With Barbie, backed by popular demand. And Ay Caramba, Bart, Homer, and the entire family on ice for the first time.
It's hot.
Icecapades 51st edition, On Top of the World.
At the Rosemont Horizon, March 26th to the 31st. Tickets at the Horizon box office and Ticketmasters. Call 312-559-1212.
Yeah, well, who's with me here? Yes, ma'am, you'll stand.
You said your wife only cheated on you one time. So didn't you believe in second chances? Why did you run and divorce her so fast?
Because what you do is you tell... Everybody forgives so much in this society, our culture here. Once a scoundrel, always a scoundrel. You know, a leopard doesn't change his spots. And when men cheat, ladies, they don't change. They just adapt.
Yeah.
What kind of a childhood did you have? Were your parents divorced?
I had a great...
Because why? Look at the results. I'm just curious.
He says this is a service to women, that if you don't show them the... what do you got here? More pots and pans. Hang on, let me get one here. I haven't been back here. Yeah.
You obviously have a problem. You don't seem to have much respect for women. So far, you've said that we have plumbing. We're women, you know. We have bodily parts just like everyone else. You don't have much respect for women. I think you have a problem. You need help.
Quite. Yeah. Quite opposite. I love women. I love it when y'all walk the walk, talk the talk, baba this, baba that. We'll chat and chew from 9 to 2, then we'll do the boogaloo. But I love women, really.
Good cheater. All right, we're going to do good cheater, bad cheater now. Hey, consistent with our mission of keeping you informed. Who's the bad cheater? Glenn? You're Glenn? Now, do you stand up here? This is Glenn Davish. All right, bad cheater. What's the story here?
He is he's in heap of trouble.
Tell us.
First of all, empty your pockets, please, Glenn. He is everything you do not do when you cheat. What have we here? We have a credit card receipt and a motel room key. It seems he's caught. What's next? All your pockets, please. It's like show and tell. He's nervous. We have another receipt here. It seems to me that he bought somebody a watch. So when you buy your wife and girlfriend a buy meets jewelry for Christmas, have the guy put down only one sale. And don't give your watch the $39 Timex when you got $500 in the bill. Lift up your legs, please. In his haste, he forgot one sock. Okay? This happens. When you have to make an escape late at night, you forget a sock. Also, I see he has his pants creased. You know how many girlfriends will crease their boyfriends and their married boyfriend's pants, and he goes home and his wife never irons his jeans? He's in trouble. I see lipstick on the collar, another sign, he's disheveled. Okay, and that's how men are getting caught, by the phone, lipstick, perfume. That's why you always tell your girlfriend, listen, I'm hyperallergenic to perfume, don't wear it or I'll break out in killer hives.
There, see, she's back.
That's a bunch of malarkey. That isn't how you catch your husband. Your attitude changes. You know, it's like all of a sudden you're living with a different person. His appearance changes. He starts to exercise. It's just a total different outlook on things, okay? It's not by picking up those ridiculous little items that you have there.
Uh-huh. Well, let's see. We got about another 40 minutes left in the show. Try and hang on. It's almost over now. Hang on a second. Or bad cheater.
Bad cheater.
All right, Glenn, thank you. Now
he's divorce court in high support,
yeah,
waiting for time, place to happen.
We should say that Glenn volunteered for that wonderful. I'll tell you what, boy, you get on a talk show today, you just never know. Yeah, you wanted to say.
Yeah, he said that he's doing us a service by writing this book. I mean, I think it's obvious that it's just an easy way to make money. I mean, after this book, he can come out with a series, Women, How to Cheat on Your Husbands, Women, How to...
America, you know, that's
any way
you can. Yeah, yeah.
You are so bitter and have so much anger inside of you because of one woman. You're revolving your whole career now around what she has done to you. Why?
That was many moons ago.
Yeah. What? Yeah, hang on. Yeah, go ahead.
Don't you think you're just contributing to the problem, telling people how to cheat and how not to cheat?
That's right.
You think so? Yeah.
No, I don't understand how we can describe the bad cheater. I mean, what man is going to be that stupid if he's cheating on his wife?
Yeah.
Bring home the cheat.
Yeah.
2 comments. I think if you're going to make a sales pitch, you should at least do it well. And second of all, in a society where we have all these problems, why would you want to even, impose this kind of, education? Why would you want to print a book to let people read this? I think this is unreal.
You know why? There are books out there on how to beat the IRS. There are books out there on how to make a bomb. There's books out there, 101 Things to Do with a Dead Cat. There's books out there, kiss and tell books on who's sleeping with who in Hollywood. Who cares, okay? All I'm saying is you watch soap operas every day, everybody's having affairs. Sex sells in America. Look at Fatal Attraction. Look at the movies out there, okay? So all I'm saying is this kill the messenger? Or are you all that threatened because...
You're agreeing with it? She wants to know. In other words, you want him to pass the moral judgment.
I mean, you're letting it happen, then. I mean, if you're saying it's happening, I might as well just, continue the fate.
I'm saying it's out there. This is how he's going to... The book is written in English. Any man, woman, or dog that reads English can read the book.
Happens in it.
You know.
Show him what you got there.
Okay, now, for your successful cheater, you got to have a stash kit in your trunk, okay? First thing, you take your registration insurance papers out of the glove box, in a bag, in the trunk like your insurance company recommends. Because you don't want to get caught. Have your girlfriend, when you tell her you're living at home with Mom, because Mom has a bad heart, and she can't call you there because the phone scares dear Mom, and Mom might have the big heart attack, so call me at work or call me on the beeper. Greatest thing since the toaster oven. So you hide your insurance papers with your real address so your girlfriend can't send you a beautiful love note or come knocking on your door, okay? Now, also, you have to have a lint brush for hair. Okay, you have to have a fix-a-flat because you don't want to have a flat tire and have to call AAA because they write down passengers. You don't know who's driving the truck. You got to keep aftershave to put it on, and you have to have mouthwash or a bottle of booze to put it on your breath to get rid of the stuff. But above all, you got to keep cleaner with you because if you fool around in the car, your wife can tell the difference between dried Big Mac sauce and love juices on the back seat. So you got to sterilize the vehicle. You got to have a beeper. And what you want to do is, under your tire, always keep a slush fund. In case you got to bribe somebody, you got to rent a car, cash talks and nonsense walks. But in this very different society of ours, you have to have condoms, okay? Now, I have homeboy condoms. I have don't get caught, Dick and Jane. And it says here, see Dick and Jane, see Jane's dad, see Dick run. And these glow in the dark. These were not bought in a porno store. These were bought in an exclusive Beverly Hills woman's store, because now all the women magazines are saying safe sex in 1991 and on. Hey, y'all, wear the condom earrings, Flintstone condoms. Everybody has a condom with them.
Yeah, they glow in the dark.
Yeah, it's called Mighty Light Night. And also you have to have keys to an apartment if you're going to use your friend's apartment.
Yeah.
And you have to have a change of clothes in the trunk, which is very easy to explain. No matter what you do, you might say, I need a change of clothes or a jumpsuit or something to change into should, something happen.
He's making a heartbreaking issue that's hurt, people that it's happened to just because your big ego was stepped on at one time
That was
by
years
one
ago.
woman.
That has nothing to do with now.
You want a vacuum here?
Yeah. It's like you are trivializing something. Everyone knows that people cheat. I mean, it's like that's no big deal, but you're dangerous. You're seriously dangerous because you're trivializing.
Where do you think I got
issue.
this from? It's been going on since Caesar's
I
time.
understand that, but your approach does not help the situation
I'm
at all.
telling you
And I
how to do
understand
it.
that there's a generation span here, and I hope to God that I'm representative of hope in a generation where we won't, do that, where we'll sit down and we'll talk and we'll go, what's going on with you that made you do this thing? You're aggravating it. You're trivializing it. You're dangerous.
But don't you think you'll be able to ask the right questions if you know how he's going to try to do it? I mean, what's this like Caesar? Mr. Caesar, we lost the battle. Oh, cut his head off. We didn't lose anything. Okay, let's be real here. Men have shared these secrets for too many years in dark, smoky bars and on a back nine of the golf course.
Whoa. Wait a second. I mean, it's like women do it too.
And they don't get caught.
Of course, because they're smarter, but
That's
that
it.
doesn't make it right either.
I mean, what kind of culture do we live in? What kind of society did I have 40-year women tell me, Mr. McCullough, my husband's not allowed to read your book? Oh, yeah, what am I, chattel? Who are you to tell me I can't read a book? Who do you tell me I can't go fishing or I can't go playing golf? Okay? And who's the husband to say to a wife, you can't go to your sister's and you're not going shopping. You're going to stay here today and watch football with me.
People are going to cheat anyway. They should stop being so lazy, try to have a good, safe, committed relationship, and do their thing on the side. They should just go and be single. You're not helping the problem that they have today. You're obviously very bitter still from years from your wife cheating on you, and that's why you're trying to make a quick buck with this cheap book.
I don't believe there are good cheaters and bad cheaters. I think there are the cheaters who want to get caught and the cheaters who don't want to get caught.
Really? Who wants to get caught?
A lot of men are suffering a guilty conscience and they need, as he says, mother to punish them.
Really?
Anything else? Just ask me and I'll tell you.
All right. We're going to do, I think this is number 10. Is it 104, Brian? We want to help you here. This is the Cheater's Quiz.
Okay.
You got it. It's multiple choice. And don't look. You saw it.
No.
The sole reason for not getting involved with a married woman is A, it's too inconvenient for you. B, you shouldn't have to share your woman with anyone. C, motel rooms are too expensive. D, the chance of your falling in love increases and you never want to have your heart broken.
Oh,
I want to be as smart as this
the
audience.
last one.
Yeah, it is the last one. D. You know this guy pretty... You back?
I never left.
Oh, all right.
I think what this guy is doing is making light of a very serious situation. And I feel that when a lot of these affairs happen, a lot of the people aren't even looking for it. They meet in the office or something and it just happens, but it's really heartbreaking.
Very.
And I think there's good and bad in everyone. You got to know how to handle it.
Let me ask you, let me just one more question here. Stand up a second.
Certainly.
Number 1. The first question. You ready?
Yes.
All right, here we go. You have cheated for the first time. Well, this is a male question, so you can respond to this as you think the male would. You have cheated for the first time with your secretary and you feel tremendous guilt. You're alone with your wife the next day and she has just served your favorite meatloaf. After dinner, your wife spit-shined every pair of shoes you own. The guilt hits you big time. You, A, confess everything and proclaim your love for your wife while begging forgiveness. B, tell her the meatloaf sucked and pick a fight by telling her your mother's meatloaf was better. C, go wake the kids and holler at them for something they did last month. D, say nothing, have a stiff drink, and wait for the guilt feelings to pass. What do you think his answer is?
Well, it'll be D, but there again, it would be dependent upon the relationship, how much he could tell her and get away with it, how much true love there is. Now, if it were me and I had that guilty complex, I would be able to tell my husband. Would? Yes, I could. I got a peach.
Break his heart.
Well, not really. Of course, he'd break my neck.
What does he get for knowing? As long as you say in your heart of hearts, I'm not going to do this anymore.
Yeah, but see,
Why bring him in this?
I have something going with this guy. This is my second marriage. And I have something going with this guy that if I had that much with the first, there would have never been a second. And I have told him everything, and he knows me.
So you're open book.
I'm an open book, and he loves it.
Well,
and I love him.
You have our congratulations. And we'll be back in just a moment.
Oh, those dry tissues.
Ow,
Who do they hurt more, you or your kids?
Oh, I'm sorry.
These noses need Puffs Plus, the only tissue with moisturizing lotion with aloe. It's better at soothing a sore nose because it's less irritating than dry tissues.
She's wiping her nose and it's not even running.
She's smiling.
This is a big thing. He never did it himself.
Comfort the ones you love with Puffs Plus, the tissue kids don't run away from.
We used them too. Is that okay?
It's me again, your TV. Time is fading fast on a great deal for cable. Call 1-800-CABLE-ME and I'll show you exclusive sports, news, and information, family programs, and made-for-cable specials, plus hit movies like Pretty Woman, Heart Condition, Steel Magnolias, Hard to Kill, and The Little Mermaid. Installation is just $4.95. You get one premium channel free for 1 month and a 30-day money-back guarantee. Call now and you'll also get a special bonus. Come on, give my antenna a break. Cable me.
Announcing Alpine Lace fat-free and low-cholesterol cheeses with only 35 calories per ounce.
How do you feel about fat America?
You mean I can eat cheese again?
Fat-free? Like me? Beautiful.
Now I'm really going to be in great shape.
It tastes unbelievably good.
Alpine Lace free and lean, fat-free and low-cholesterol cheeses.
You're going to be in great shape, America, with Alpine Lace.
I'm Adrienne Arpel. This week we're doing my complete 2-hour makeover at Saks Fifth Avenue Beauty Salons. You'll receive a deep cleansing facial with a honey and almond scrub, skin vacuuming, and a heated collagen mask. Next, your makeup and lessons. And then our stylists will cut and restyle your hair. Just 2 hours later. Isn't this worth $40? Call for your complete Adrienne Arpel makeover.
Only $40 at Saks Fifth Avenue Salons.
Today on Channel 5 News at 4.
The first large-scale return of American troops is scheduled for Thursday, with President Bush set to welcome them home. Also a protest at Chicago's Board of Trade today as controversy continues to grow over the antidepressant drug Prozac. Plus,
he's my hero. You know, put away your heroes.
It's a review of My Heroes Have Always Been Cowboys.
Join Joan Esposito and Warner Saunders today on Channel 5 News at 4.
To be part of the audience, please send a postcard to Donahue Tickets, care of NBC, 30 Rockefeller Plaza, New York, New York, 10112. Remember, postcards only, please.
Well, help is on the way. Here's Pam Finley. You run a support group called Women Coping for women who have caught their husbands being unfaithful. There's another acronym here, WATCH, which means wives and their cheating husbands. You actually have support groups, so?
That's absolutely right. And
right.
One of the things when I say women, when I say wives, when a couple marries, it is an implied commitment, if it's not spoken in the marriage vows, that they will be faithful. There is no reason ever in a marriage relationship that a couple should be unfaithful, be it the wife or be it the husband. Yeah. That is what marriage is all about. In addition to that, psychological abuse. Psychological abuse is something we cannot measure. If we in the helping profession, like I am in, if we in the helping profession had an instrument to be able to measure psychological abuse, adultery would blow the top off of it.
That it would.
Suicide happens because of this. Murder attempts happen because of this. Not only murder attempts, but murder happens because of this. Yes. The foundation of marriage is communication. And you don't go home to your wife and you don't say, I cheated today, honey. You lie. And that's what this is all about. Lying, deceit. There is no reason for it, not acceptable ever. I don't care if the wife has the personality of a rattlesnake on a bad day.
Finley for president. Pam.
Mm-hmm.
You are right about the pain. We've talked about it with women who've been victimized on our program on more than one occasion. I don't know yet whether we want to take good old Joe to the public square for the hanging. Well, wait a minute. Among other things, Joe is saying, accept reality, honey.
This is not Ozzie and Harriet. You know, we don't
The
value
world
this
as it is.
Donna
I mean,
Reed is
somehow.
gone.
Now, maybe we should do a show on what it is that's making these guys behave this way. I don't think we can dismiss his point about Mother and, you know, all the kind of... We infantilize a lot of men.
Then let's change the marriage vows. Let's not say forsaking all others in the marriage vows. Let's just do away with the marriage vows. Why not live and do whatever we want whenever we want? Why don't we say we're going to have an open marriage? You go do what you want, I'll go do what I want. Why have this facade of being happily married and then lie about it? Why not be honest? Honesty is what it's all about.
Why is it always the men's fault here?
Yeah.
This is for Joe. Since you've been cheated on once already, will you ever trust another woman?
Oh, I love women. Yeah, absolutely. That was 10 years ago, 15 years ago. That's old hat. I just look them dead in the eye and say, do it to me. If I have to play cop when I'm off duty, I will catch you.
Joe, so far the show isn't really working out for you right now. I'd like to know, as an officer, are you still pursuing your career as an officer? Because I know cops have a lot better things to do than this, you know?
Well, I said earlier, I am not representing the Atlantic City Police Department. Cops aren't moral. I mean, I've stood on picket lines and had the pro-abortionists, the anti-abortionists throw eggs at me. We don't make moral stands. I'm just saying this is going on every day, okay? Her response is a egghead response where, oh, gee whiz willikers. She tells women, okay, that it's the man's fault. And these people make a lot of money out there. They buy condos, and they say, women, you never have orgasms.
It's anybody's fault that cheats. It was your wife's fault that she cheated. She should have never cheated on you, and anybody else that cheats should never do it.
Yeah,
never, under any circumstances, any time.
That's a hostile woman sitting here.
This is for Joe. Joe, in your research, exactly where did you do this? Did you do this as a policeman, or is this something that you just decided everyone cheats and I must find out how they do it?
There are so many cases, okay? There are so many cases. Hang-up phone calls started all this for me, okay? People change their number 2 or 3 times. The phone calls continue. They call Ma Bell. Ma Bell calls us, and I get the cheater, if a man answers, hang up kind of stuff. And I said, there's got to be a better way. Nothing else is working. The books on how to keep your husband at home by being a sexual nymphet, bake him a cake, communication. Hey, y'all, it ain't working.
That is right, because one of the points with that is a person cannot become monogamous. It's something they have to be born with. All the books on how to keep your husband faithful don't work. I do agree with that. A person has to have that in their value system. It has to be something they believe in.
I agree. This is for Pam. Pam, have you read his book?
I've read parts of it, and it sickened me so much I couldn't get through it.
Put it down.
No, that's a lie.
It sickens me, too. It sickens me, too. And I think for Joe to tell you that you're an egghead for the way you think, he has a problem. He's truly insane.
I don't know what. We don't want to... Egghead, hey. I wish somebody called me that instead of some of the other things I've been hearing. Yes, ma'am.
I'm just curious, since your wife cheated on you, why did you name the book How to Cheat on Your Wife and Not Get Caught, instead of naming it How to Cheat on Your Spouse, or just plain old How to Cheat and Not Get Caught?
Because it's written in English, okay? Because men are cheating more than women out there, and I feel sorry for you all, because I've had you crying on my shoulder and ruining my beautiful Italian silk suits because your scoundrel husband was in a dark, smoky bar.
Does that mean that if you wrote it in another language, you would have titled it differently?
I am exposing the scoundrels of America for what they are. Do you know 87% of the book sales are women? Playboy magazine, who has been exploiting women's bodies for 30 years, will not run a publisher's ad. Something's wrong here.
You say the book was not written on bitterness.
No.
But would you have written the book if your wife didn't cheat on you?
Oh, yeah. That was 15 years ago, 10, 15 years ago.
I don't know about that.
Joe is available for your church groups. PTA, Junior League, he knocks them out.
Was the book written before or after your divorce?
The book, I was divorced 11 years ago, okay? The book was written in the last year.
Funny how that works.
Yes. Joe, you've seen the pain as a cop then.
Cops, absolutely.
Guys, crushed.
Oh, yeah.
And women.
Yeah. I've seen husbands beat up. I've seen boyfriends beat up. I've seen it all. There's got to be a better way because what's out there now is not working.
Yeah. Do you understand? How do you read this hostility that you feel?
You know what? It's kill the messenger. Everybody wants to see it on the soap operas, okay? But when it gets a little too close to home, girls, oh, your man, people say, oh, men are going to cheat because they read your book. Oh, yeah, just like reading the Ted Bundy book will make you go out there and kill 34 co-eds. Let's be real. There's nothing in this book that everybody doesn't know. It's 130 pages, okay? Men have been cheating since the caveman days. It's not going to stop because I wrote a book, and it's not going to start. I'm just saying, this is how they've been doing it.
You do not dismiss Pam's the passion that she brings to this issue. She has seen probably a lot.
Woe is me. You can go to any woman support group, and it's always the man's fault. What about the men that are abused?
That's exactly what I'm saying.
We got to get him a spin doctor, right?
It can cause pain to a woman.
We got to get him security to get out of the building after the show. All right, here's the cop's wife back again.
So what you're advocating is, more or less, let's play Russian roulette with the wife. Now, let's say perhaps you have a tendency, you might catch something from your mistress. Right. So you bring this home to your wife. She's unsuspecting. So what do you advocate? Don't tell your wife. Just let it go on until she gets sick, and then maybe...
Are you talking a sexual disease?
Uh-huh.
Greatest thing ever happened to the cheating male was venereal disease. You know why? Because now you say, listen, baby, I got 2 wool socks, a hefty trash bag, a wool sock, we're going to wrap everything up in duct tape, and this is prevention. This is how much I love you.
Hey, Skills, and he's saying this?
Speaking of duct tape, do you ever think about wrapping any around your mouth?
I personally think you have an ego problem, and you probably figured it could never happen to you, and it did.
Gotta be the suit, eh?
And you just caught up on yourself.
I don't know when a guest on the Donahue Show has had this much free analysis as Brother Joe has had. We know his problem. He got burned, and he's still dealing. Was that the point?
That's the point.
Yeah, we got the book on you, McCullough.
We've been talking about the
Still probably longing for his first wife, huh?
He probably is, and just don't know how to accept
And he's not comfortable with other women because in his heart of heart, he probably is a one-man guy, one-woman guy.
You've been talking about the husbands and wives, but you've been failed to mention the children. The children are a big issue here.
What?
You know, there's divorce over this, and families are destroyed, and kids grow up, and they have a hard time with this.
Yeah.
We're having a really rough time with the kids. That's the next issue that I've been working with.
Yeah.
People say, what do I tell my children?
Yeah.
And, you know, even no matter how sneaky a person is, no matter how many of the points that he follows in the books, it still destroys. It destroys everything.
Yeah. Are men so stupid they read this book and go on, you know what I mean?
I'm not just pointing my finger at men. That would be sexist on my point. Anybody that cheats, that believes in this, that believes that this is okay, is wrong, dead wrong.
We got a sketch coming up in which Joe gets caught. And we'll be back in just a moment.
Are you hungry? Mm-hmm. Yeah, but what do you think? They feed you at a health spa. All the rabbit food you can eat? This doesn't look bad. Craft-free ranch dressing. I eat this at home. Fat-free, cholesterol-free. Sounds like a real treat. Oh, just try it. So what do you think? You sure this is fat-free? Tastes like the ranch I eat.
Craft-free ranch non-fat dressing. Fat-free, cholesterol-free. But feel free to love the taste.
I may just make it through the end of the week.
Like a whole new life? I feel like I matter.
I don't think like a fat person.
Control means success. How to say no? Actually, to eat only when I'm hungry.
Not being the first person finished all the time.
Leaving a little something on my plate.
Success is losing weight with Jenny Craig
And controlling it.
I've kept it off nearly 2 years.
Join our new Success program for only $185 service fee. 1 year free maintenance included. Call now.
Grapefruit juice? Sure, it's good for you, but...
Great for dieting, but... Plenty of healthy vitamin C, but...
But the taste? Well, pour on the pink. Ocean Spray Pink Grapefruit Juice Cocktail. A taste so smooth, so sweet, you know it's Ocean Spray.
This I like. It's not bitter.
Hey, so smooth, so sweet. Ocean Spray Pink Grapefruit Juice Cocktail. It's not just good for you, it's good. Ocean Spray good.
I lost 50 pounds and never felt like I was on a diet. I could enjoy lunch dates with my friends, even night clubbing, and eating regular everyday foods I prepared at home for myself and my family. I even had a selected list of delicious frozen meals from my supermarket to choose from. So convenient and flexible, I never felt like I was dieting.
Lose all the weight you can with a low service fee. Only $12 a week at Natural Weight Loss Centers. Call 1-800-359-SLIM.
Today on Channel 5 News at 4.
The first large-scale return of American troops is scheduled for Thursday, with President Bush set to welcome them home. Also a protest at Chicago's Board of Trade today as controversy continues to grow over the antidepressant drug Prozac. Plus,
he's my hero. You know, put away your heroes.
It's a review of My Heroes Have Always Been Cowboys.
Join Joan Esposito and Warner Saunders today on Channel 5 News at 4.
How to cheat, that's all right. How to cheat on your wife and not get caught. Joe McCullough, an Atlantic City police officer whose own wife was caught by himself cheating several years ago. He comes not as a representative of the Atlantic City PD, but as a person with this background, with this interest, and he has not altogether been received warmly by our very friendly, compassionate, generous audience. Poor Joe. I'm starting to feel sorry for this guy now.
I don't. Hello, doll.
Hi, babe.
When you threw your wife out of the house, did she say free at last?
Yeah, probably so. Yes, sir.
I'm from a society where the idea of couple cheating on one another is really virtually unheard of. But since my 10 years...
Where are you, did you say?
I'm from Nigeria, actually.
Nigeria.
The idea of cheating is virtually unheard of.
Just a moment. Infidelity is unheard of in Nigeria?
Virtually unheard of. I came over here at... Yes, I came over here at the age of 18. When I came over here, I was complete virgin.
You were virgin, yes?
Yes, because there are certain things
they
that are really...
always are when they get here.
Yes. But the point I'm trying to make is that the society creates a lot of problems for themselves. I've fallen a victim. I've fallen into the idea of cheating. And yes, I've fallen into it, and I don't want to get into it. If I'm looking for a book to read, I'm going to look for a book that will make me not fall a victim.
Okay,
I'm not going to read a book like this.
Wait a minute. If you
I have a question for you, Joe.
No. So you want to get out of this kind of game,
Yes, I need to get out of it.
Are you a married person?
I'm single right now. But I have a question for you, Joe.
Let Joe make a point here.
If you go into any B. Dalton or Walden bookstore, which carries my book, you will see books on there on self-masturbation, the joy of sex, 1 through 7. Oh, that's okay. How to cheat in the IRS. Oh, that's all right. You know, this is not a book on how to give your girlfriend an abortion in the bathroom, make cocaine in the kitchen, or seduce your stepdaughter.
Okay, a question for you, Joe.
My girl's got their clothes on the back cover.
Please, what is the purpose of this book? Are you trying to solve a societal problem, or are you trying to create a societal problem?
This is public service. I think you all should pitch in, have a statue of me in the park.
Do you want to see? Do you want to see Joe get caught or what? All right, listen now. Listen, same wife. Remember, she called him. Is that right? No. The girlfriend called while the wife was sitting with him. Yeah, I get this.
You're bending the girls, Mr. Donahue.
All right. You want to take your position there for this sketch, Joe, please?
You're bending the girls in the back.
Yeah, we should not be surprised that your publisher has chosen to put this picture on the back cover. You see the monitors here? There's old Joe. Just another day at the office for Joe. Oh, now you're really mad, huh? Now you're really upset. All right. Joe, the cheater, is confronted by his wife.
You lied to me. You weren't home by 10. You weren't at the bowling alley. Where the hell were you?
Honey, it's not what you think. Believe me. You accusing me of cheating on you?
Yeah, that's right, I am. Where the hell were you?
I think you're very paranoid. You don't know where I was? Well, let me tell you where I was, because I don't cheat on you, because I love you,
tell me
love
where
goddess.
you were.
You know, it's not your birthday. This is not our anniversary.
That's right, it's not.
But you know what it is? Three years ago tonight, we had that beautiful Italian spaghetti dinner down on the docks. And I remembered it because I possessed my love and desire for you. And I was out for the last 6 hours trying to get you flowers and perfume, hon. This is how much I love you, and you're accusing me of this terrible, dastardly deed. You're indicting my character. This is a sin before God. I love you.
That telephone rang 3 times tonight, and every time I picked it up, somebody hung up. You're cheating on me.
Tell your boyfriend not to call when I'm supposed to be home. So it hangs up on me, too.
Yeah.
She must be allergic to the flowers.
After a hilarious skit, I shouldn't get on a more serious note, but when Pam was talking, it sounded like she wasn't willing to give anybody a second chance. And I do think that there are situations that can happen when there is basically a good marriage. One of the partners may slip, but there still is a lot that should be redeemed.
Okay, I agree. There are times. I'm not advocating divorce. I'm not advocating leaving. What I am advocating is never cheating, ever. But sometimes you do have, that may be your decision to take that
And
person
we'll be
back
back in a moment.
What's the reaction to the latest sale at Dairy Queen?
Calling all cars.
For just 99 cents, you can get either a Blizzard treat, 2 hot dogs, or a home-style double burger. So hurry into your Dairy Queen store for the Nines Are Wild 99-cent sale. Would be nuts not to.
We treat you right.
With medicines come questions, and labels don't tell the whole story. It's good to know you have someone to turn to for answers, your Osco pharmacist, because the right information can be as important as the medicine itself.
You can count on people who care.
Nothing's as thrilling as Nelson DeMille. Available in paperback from Warner Books.
This woman is practicing the art of listening, and so is he. But nowhere will you find this art practiced more skillfully than at the beauty salon that listens. Montgomery Ward stylists listen to how you want your hair to look, and then they make it happen with a Revlon Great Feeling Perm or Relaxer, regularly $53 to $60, now only $32.50, including cut, shampoo, and style. Call the Montgomery Ward Family Hair Care for your $32.50 Revlon Perm or Relaxer.
God made them Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve.
Next Donahue, they were arrested for having gay sex in the park.
There were police officers down in the foxhole, and they had video cameras with zoom lenses.
Was it prosecution?
They have me doing nothing on videotape. I did 45 days for that.
Or persecution?
There was religious persecution. Now there's sexual persecution. You better watch yourself.
Next Donahue.
Are you threatening me?
Yes.
Donahue at 3, followed by Channel 5 News at 4.
Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. I got to do the address. Hold the mic for me.
Okay.
Pam, your organization, Women Coping, is at Post Office Box 682, Olathe, Kansas, 66061. This isn't funny when you consider the... I hope we're able to have a few laughs here without conveying the notion we think this is sort of unimportant business. There are women kill themselves. And men, too. Okay, so let's not fool with the broken heart. Sir.
I'd just like to know where Joe proposes that you keep the book while you're cheating on your wife, if you need the advice.
Yeah.
First of all, Joe, I'd like to say you played that skit very well just now. And I believe in your real, true life, your wife. That's why she left you in the first place. You had to draw her away. You didn't give her attention, I don't think.
Yes.
We're 3 faithful wives with 3 faithful husbands, and I don't think it's as common as people say.
Yeah, overdone, you mean. You know, yeah, to hear people talk.
I want to know if Joe has children.
You have kids, Joe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, Phil, I was just wondering, I know you don't cheat on your wife, and I don't cheat on my wife, and if it's 70% of the men out there, I'm wondering those 8 guys down there, which 7 are the ones?
I wonder myself, yeah. Incidentally, Joe, tell them not to cheat at home. The reason you don't cheat at home is what?
The biggest reason is, if you sexualize and videotape, if a woman wants to make love in your wife's bed, sacrilegious God's watching, don't do it on a carpet because your wife will pick up the spiked heels. Unless your cat wears spiked heels, she's going to know it's a woman, but above all, a lot of times women will leave little things like earrings.
Watch this cookie. Wow! It's an Elfkin. New Keebler Elfkins. Micro Keebler shrinks them.
Mr. Micro, I gotta shake your hand.
Elmer!
These are awesome.
New Elfkins from Keebler. Bite-sized sandwich cookies.
A new American cheese snack idea. Grill it up and slice it up so little fingers can pick it up. Cut it up, fun it up, guaranteed they'll eat it up. American cheese. Kids are up for it anytime.
You could win one of 24 trips for 4 to Universal Studios, Hollywood or Florida when you enter the Hoover Silver Screen Sweepstakes. Deep cleaning Hoover uprights, including the new Deluxe Legacy cleaning systems, are priced as low as $59.99. And versatile Hoover canister cleaners, including the new Futura canisters, are also priced as low as $59.99. Winners of the Silver Screen Sweepstakes will fly to their exciting destination on U.S. Air, the official airline of Universal Studios, Hollywood and Florida. It's the Hoover Silver Screen Sweepstakes.
Now adventure.
Introducing Folgers Coffee Singles.
One coffee in its own filter.
Singular sensation, every single cup you brew.
It's like brewing a whole pot. One cup at a time.
Singular sensation, fresh brewed morning for you.
There's ground roast in here.
In its own filter.
Folgers, singular sensation, just for one.
New Folgers Coffee Singles. One sensational way to wake up.
Lighten up. Call 1-800-323-INDY. Getaway options not so hot. Lighten up in Indianapolis this weekend. Burnt out on the same old cuisine? This weekend, lighten up in Indianapolis. Twinkle gone out of your nightlife? Indianapolis is your weekend lighten up place. Call 1-800-323-INDY for information or hotel reservations.
Well, have you made an executive decision yet?
Oh, of course. Al, this Encore lasagna is delicious. I love the way it's made. So rich, so meaty. I'm going to take some home.
Wait, didn't I tell you that Encore is a 2-pound family-size entree?
Right.
Is that too much food for one person?
Right.
Then don't you need a family like mine to help you eat it all?
Wrong.
For tasting more, it's Encore.
I love this stuff.
For a transcript of today's show, send $3 to Donahue Transcripts, 267 Broadway, New York, New York, 1007, or call 212-227-READ.
Sir.
I just can't believe that you're so low that you would destroy marriages just for $1.
I don't think this guy takes himself seriously. He just wants to sell books.
Yes. Yes, sir. You want in this? About time.
No, I wouldn't cheat on my wife because she's an angel. She's always up in the air and harping.
Oh. Yes.
Joe, what if advice for you? We need books to...
Service is provided and promotional fees paid by the following.
Ricola, the natural choice for soothing sore throats and relieving coughs naturally.
Now you can make wrinkles and puffiness seem to disappear with sudden change. In just minutes, see the years smoothed away. Sudden change. You'll look years younger in minutes.
For the perfect weekend and the perfect frequent stay program, check into the new Drake, the only Swiss hotel on Park Avenue.